Hello everyone and welcome to This Week on Formed. It is Monday, January 22nd, the Feast of St. Vincent.
St. Vincent, and also in the United States, we commemorate the Day of Prayer for the legal protection of unborn children. So this used to be the anniversary, or it still is the anniversary of Roe v. Wade, which has now been overturned by the Dobbs case. But it's still a day that the bishops ask us to really pray for protection, legal protection for all unborn children still.
There's a great talk on Formed called Life is in the Womb, if you're looking for a good pro-life talk. There's a handful of other things. We have a pro-life stripe, but that's one of them that you could check out.
Yeah. On Tuesday, January 23rd, we celebrate St. Marianne Cope,
All right.
American saint. She's worked in Hawaii. Although she wasn't American, but she worked in America, I guess is how that worked. She aided the sick, especially the lepers, so on the island of Molokai, so she worked with St. Damien. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Incredible act of selflessness, of selfless giving, to go to, and you basically know it's a death sentence. Like,
Yep.
I'm going to serve
That's, like,
these people that are dying.
Unbelievably sacrificial.
Yeah.
Like that's crucified love. We have a great series. We partner with a group called Real and True. Real and True, they walk through the catechism, but it's not really in the traditional way you would think about someone walking through the catechism. They have these awesome videos, awesome graphics. So if you have any questions about the catechism, it's a good series to look up, but it's a really great series for teens and young adults in particular. So if you're doing youth group stuff or you're working with kids, that would be a great series to check out to see if you think it might be good for them. They have an episode that's great that relates to some of the kind of heroic work of St. Marianne. Why doesn't God just heal people? Which is a really great question. I'm sure that's a question that many Christians have asked in their life. Why doesn't God just heal people?
It comes down to the question of, suffering. Why does a good God allow evil to happen in the world?
Yep. Answer pending, but check out Real and True.
Yeah, check it out. Yeah. Because he doesn't want robots.
He doesn't want robots, and love requires free will.
Yeah.
And we are living in a fallen world.
And we live in the fallen world, and the catechism, has a paragraph on it, explaining suffering. It's one of the hardest and most difficult things to teach people about and have a conversation about. But it also requires a deep understanding of how God reveals himself to his people and the story of salvation history. So it's an important question.
It is.
And for us as Catholics, especially, be able to give testimony to this question.
What is the C.S. Lewis book, The Problem of Pain? That's a pretty good one on that. If you're looking, that is a good book.
Yeah, in that one he says that pain, I think he says the pain is the megaphone that God sometimes uses to speak to us, because we're deaf, but pain allows us to kind of a place to open up, to have a deep, intimate relationship with himself.
Yep. On Wednesday, we celebrate the feast of a doctor of the church. He's a doctor of the church, right? St. Francis de Sales. I love St. Francis de Sales.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
If you haven't read St. Francis de Sales, this is one of these saints that you put on your bucket list. And in particular, the Introduction to the Devout Life was letters that he wrote to a laywoman who wanted to grow deeper in her life of discipleship to Christ. And so Introduction to the Devout Life, you can find that on Formed in an ebook format. But we also have a series that with Dr. Christopher Bloom, who is our provost here at the Augustine Institute. He has translated St. Francis de Sales, and he knows Francis well. And so we have conversations about the character of a Christian. What does it mean? What kind of the virtues are essential to the Christian life? And he also has a shorter episode on the whole life of St. Francis de Sales, if you want to get an introduction to his life, called Pastor of the Souls, from the True Reformer series.
Yep, both are really good. On Thursday, we remember the conversion of St. Paul. Is he the only conversion on the liturgical calendar?
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
I love it.
An
incredibly, how have we not done a sacred art on his getting knocked
conversion
off a horse moment?
We have to decide whether or not there was a horse involved.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about a horse in Scripture.
What does it say?
It just says he fell to the ground.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Oh no, you just like shattered my whole
Lots of art has him on a horse.
visual.
I have a theory about why they think he's on a horse.
What's your theory?
Because God says, "Why are you kicking against the goads?" And so that's kind of like a horse term, but like there's no horse in Scripture.
I gotta look this up. That shatters my whole.
So 2 episodes ago, he called me out on something that I got wrong, and I just.
My 1 point stands, but it is imbalanced. Okay, either way,
he does
we
convert.
should still do a sacred art.
Yeah.
Whether the horse was there or not.
Okay, why do you
but...
think, okay, here's your guess. Why do you think, I have a theory. Okay. Why do you think the conversion of St. Paul is January 25th?
Oh, this is,
Is that the actual day? Think of what led to this is my theory is like what led to his conversion.
What do you mean? What led to his conversion?
Yeah, who led to his conversion?
The Lord.
Yeah, but how? What's the scene right before his conversion? What's he doing?
He's riding to Damascus. He got papers.
What's right before Damascus?
He got papers to persecute the church.
Yeah, but he does something before that.
He does something before that. Before he goes, so he gets his papers. And this is before getting the papers and going. And
But he's somebody else. Like he's at people are throwing the cloaks at his feet.
Oh yes. Oh, the stoning of Stephen.
Yeah. So Saint Stephen is celebrated when?
Stephen's like right after Christmas.
December
isn't he?
26th.
Yeah.
So a month before we celebrate Saint Stephen as a martyr, and Stephen is praying
that Paul be converted.
Saint Stephen is praying that he would, that they may forgive. Father, forgive them; they do not know what they do.
That's some like 3D level liturgical.
Yeah,
chess
like that.
there.
Well, because you go from
That's
December to
pretty good.
January, but I think that's why it's a month before Stephen's death.
Interesting.
Stephen's prayer is that Paul, who approved this death, would convert to the Christian faith, and the seed of the martyrs is the blood of the church. So I think Stephen's prayer for
cool.
Paul is how we get the conversion of Paul.
That's pretty good.
That's
I
my
like
theory.
that.
Yeah.
I'll remember that one.
Yeah.
All right, we have a conversion of St. Paul form now that you can look up. We also have St. Paul the Apostle and his letters as an Augustine Institute show, and to our shame, we do not yet have a St. Paul conversion sacred art. But I think we should probably
do one.
We should probably amend that.
Yeah, we can do that.
But we don't have it this week for you, but maybe coming. Friday we celebrate the feast of St. Paula the Elder. I will be honest, I have no idea who that is.
I don't know. I didn't want. We have a Catholic Saints episode on it. I'm assuming it's Dr. Klein.
It was not me.
It was not. I didn't host
do
it
not-
either. There is a Paula. There is a Paula that works with Paul, and I wonder if she's the one that's being commemorated, and they linked closely. But I apologize. I don't know who that is.
I don't either. But there's so many saints. I mean, that's the beauty of the faith. So we don't know Paula. Saturday we celebrate the feast of Saint Angela Medici.
Good. That's an Italian pronunciation. Yes.
I don't know Saint Angela either.
She founded the company of Saint Ursula, of course.
Of course she did.
Which was dedicated. She's actually a great teacher and was teaching young girls. I've prayed at her tomb. She's in Italy, in Rome, but I don't know much besides that she was a great educator.
Being that she's educating young girls, kids, something to highlight is we have an awesome and one of it is growing to become one of our most popular kid series called Littlest Saints. If you have kids, that is a great series. We have Our Lady of Guadalupe, Saints Benedict and Scholastica, and Saint Therese, and more to come later. But that is a great series that is going to educate your kids on stories of the faith and the lives of the saints in a really fun way.
Yeah. All right. Get formed.
Get watching.